Hi, and welcome to another GamingStooges Talk. This time we are going over E3 2019 edition.
Yay.
Yay! We did it. We
EA
survived
sucks.
another year. That too. Cloud didn't survive though. R.I.P.
Yeah, he's too busy having a life.
Yeah.
What a loser.
That effectively means he died.
True.
That's the opposite.
Anyway, his reaction to the Nintendo Direct is probably enough.
Yeah, we have that as a different video.
Yeah.
So go watch that. We did a live reaction for Nintendo's E3. But this is our post discussion with all the information that came out afterwards. So we're going to talk about each of the conferences, and then we might have a follow-up discussion on any games or anything specifically we wanted to point out. We're going to talk about them in order as they came out. We're going to skip the smaller things and the PC show one, because did any of us watch that? No.
Nope.
I didn't see the PC show one at all.
Alright. So it didn't matter.
It didn't exist.
It didn't exist. It didn't exist. Okay. It doesn't exist. And I think Devolver Digital had something on Sunday as well, but once again, didn't bother.
Yeah.
Off the bat, though, what we can talk about is Sony and EA did not have press conferences. EA did have presence at E3. Sony just straight up was like, oh, we don't actually have any games. Oh, well.
Yeah, they're just
we ran out of exclusives.
in one of the more questionable moves in recent memory. They just decide to not show up at all.
Yeah. So we'll see how that ends up playing out for them. I mean, obviously, we only know the only two major games they have on the docket are Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. Unless you count Death Stranding, although about a month ago we did get a release date and some more information on it. But still, Sony just was not present. They did have a state of play, sort of their Nintendo Direct, if you will, once again a month ago. The biggest thing to come out of that was Medieval remake.
Oh, the Medieval thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I mean, it was the Monster Hunter, expansion for Monster Hunter World.
Hunter Wilds.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
I think they showed off a Final Fantasy remake trailer, but besides that, yeah, nothing. We haven't had any information on stuff from Sony, which is kind of weird.
I think it was a lot of things that we already knew, really.
For Sony stuff, yeah. So we're gonna actually go into who was at E3 and who had major conferences. The first one up was Microsoft.
Yeah.
Does anyone have thoughts on how that went?
Microsoft
was decent. They were better than fucking Ubisoft.
Well, I mean, that doesn't make them any better than decent. I mean, Ubisoft was shit, but, whatever.
Ubisoft...
We'll get to them when we get to them.
I was going to say Ubisoft is at least consistent.
They don't let you down because there's nothing to expect.
Yeah. So yeah, Microsoft was, this year, they were the major, going into this, they were the person that everyone was looking at because Sony wasn't there. So any third party stuff that the other big conferences were gonna, besides Bethesda, Ubisoft, and Square Enix, all the other big titles were gonna show up there. And then Microsoft also, rumors of Project Scarlet and then Gears 5 and Halo, they had to show those off. Which we did get some pretty decent stuff. I would say out of that conference, the two things I liked the most were Cyberpunk 2077 and Dragon Ball
Kakarot.
Kakarot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was...
Now, I am not a CG Projekt Red person. I do not care about The Witcher. Cyberpunk looks good. I will say that. Probably not going to end up playing it myself.
Keanu Reeves sold me on it.
But yes,
The
Keanu
reason
Reeves, that reveal of Keanu Reeves was great.
He just comes out.
Yeah.
I'd say the only reason I'd say I'm more interested in Cyberpunk than I was Witcher is simply because I just am a bigger sci-fi fan than I am fantasy, and also like it's not a continuation of a series that I don't even follow. It's a fresh like IP, so I can actually like get behind it.
Yeah, I mean it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it'll be like a day one purchase, but like I'll probably end up buying it at some point.
Yeah.
Like, if it goes down to $20, sure.
I mean,
Or if GameStop decides to give you a free copy.
I mean
Yes. I mean, if that's the case, I can make you two fight over it.
Oh.
I mean, if there's anything to like say, that's good about like the dev team themselves, is that they won't poo-poo all over you with mandatory AAA bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And was that the standard edition, the one that had all those fucking like goodies in it, or was that like something else?
I think even if you just pre-order the standard edition, you get a bunch of stuff. But there is a collector's edition that comes with a crap ton of stuff.
But I will praise them at the fact that their pre-order bullshit actually wasn't as bullshit, because even with the standard edition, you get probably about as much as you would get for a fucking collector's edition from any other company. So I will praise them on that. At least you get something.
Yeah. Was there anything else?
Battletoads.
Battletoads. Ooh. The dude from Double Fine came out and said they were working in a partnership with Microsoft, so he'd be more than willing to work on Microsoft Excel for them, which I thought was pretty cool.
If there's anything I have to critique about that, because I actually did have a little bit of an issue with Battletoads, it's that the new animations and shit, like the art style, looks fine. I think it does look a little cool. The problem is, like, maybe this is just old school me, but I think it's a little slower than normal Battletoads.
Well, that could just be just a presentation thing, where they might end up speeding it up when we get closer to launch.
Yeah, I hope so.
I know you mentioned Double Fine, and that was something that I completely forgot about until just now. Psychonauts 2.
Oh, yeah.
Looks fucking awesome.
Yes. That is another thing from the Microsoft conference that actually looked like it would be fun.
I love Psychonauts, and that is a game that I've been waiting for a very long time. Yeah. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, there's usually at least one game per company that Jack has to beg somebody for.
Hey now. I mean, it was basically a pipe dream until they announced it fairly recently.
Because what was it? Nintendo. It was Animal Crossing and Mother 3. Now it's just Mother 3.
I don't even actually need Mother 3. Like that's like that. I just meme about that.
It's just a joke.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a joke since basically Reggie got into office as president, or even started working for Nintendo, because there's a history of just reporters asking him, so are we going to get Mother 3? And so that's where the meme from a couple years ago, where they ask him at the Rooster Teeth E3, like, come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3. And then, he burns them alive.
Yeah.
So it's more of a joke than anything.
Yeah. Although,
Robot Chicken, by the way.
Same thing. Whatever I said is actually correct. You're wrong.
But there is another company that he begs, and it's Sega for Jet Set Radio.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that's also a pipe dream, but, whatever.
But yeah. I think that was pretty much Microsoft.
But guys, Gears Funko Pops.
I lost
Yeah,
interest.
no.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I mean, I know some people like 3, but I actually jumped off the series after 2 because I thought 1 and 2 were fine games. I don't know what it was about 3, but I didn't like it. And I played a bit of Gears 4 on the other Xbox one, but I don't know. It just didn't pique my interest that much. It's like not even like bringing back Marcus was really that great. So I don't know. It went the same way that Assassin's Creed did. I just kind of fell off.
I've only ever played the multiplayer of Gears games. I've never actually played the proper story.
I love the multiplayer Gears 1 and 2, but like I said, after Gears 2, I just kind of fell off.
Do we have anything else to say about Microsoft?
I don't.
No.
Yeah, I don't really. I got nothing else.
Besides the fact that, like we said, the press conference itself was decent. They showed off some decent games.
They had decent games.
Yeah.
The flow of the conference, though, was, like, it had some pretty bad pacing issues. But other than that, it was fine.
I almost never actually watch Microsoft's E3s live because I usually get pretty bored.
Yeah, my problem...
I did it because I was at work, and so,
it was just on.
Yeah, it was on. We usually set up a tablet and we can watch it live. And then, if it starts to get boring, I just go, "Oh, hey, customer, do you need help?"
My critique is just that, and I think this is consistent for every E3 because I have never changed my opinion of this. I always find even if Microsoft shows off good games, because I have to give them credit for good games, I still find their conferences fucking boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so we're gonna move on from Microsoft. Bethesda.
Hey guys.
Okay. Why is there so much Bethesda show in my Doom Eternal?
Doom Eternal looks fucking awesome.
It's the everything
only thing
else awesome.
Everything else they had. Well, I mean, Wolfenstein looks good too, I guess, but like everything else fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if
everything was a mobile game or Fallout 76. Or was just some fancy visual that we don't know anything about, like Ghostwire Tokyo.
Classic.
But Doom Eternal just looks really good.
Yep. There's more gameplay of Doom Eternal than literally anything else they have right now. And it's like, what the fuck, guys? Come on now.
Yeah, I was super like, who fucking cares about pretty much all of Bethesda?
Like, I'll be honest, I'll probably just watch somebody play The Elder Scrolls 6 and just continue to mod the fuck out of Skyrim because that's probably like the most moddable game they have right now. I don't care about anything they make a Fallout because it's obvious that they can't fucking handle Fallout anymore.
Bring back Obsidian.
Yeah, Obsidian is busy doing other things.
Working on.
I know, and I know.
What else? Yeah, it's just like
I will say this. This is going back to the Microsoft conference real quick, but Outer Worlds, like when they started showing that off, I was like, "This looks like a Fallout."
Yeah.
And then they showed Obsidian's name next to it, and I'm like,
oh.
That's why it looks like a Fallout."
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's better than a Fallout.
Well, hopefully it's the same.
I might be
New
interested
Vegas.
if people say it's good.
If it's a New Vegas.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Back to it, Bethesda.
Do we have to though?
No, we can move on.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, that's all anyone's ever going to talk about Bethesda is that everything was shit. Doom Eternal was good, and then everything else was shit.
Yeah.
Right.
But there was like one like hilarious moment in the conference where like one guy was just like screaming really fucking loudly.
Basically the entire conference.
Like the whole time. And like there's a fucking clip of Todd Howard. They go to like a trailer and they left Todd Howard's mic on, and you can hear him being bitching. He's like mad. He's like, I'm not gonna go out there if that guy's fucking yelling. It was amazing.
Hey, be glad he didn't say anything else.
So,
Alright,
who's after that? Is it Square?
no, Ubisoft.
Oh boy.
The only thing I liked out
Watch
of that
Dogs
whole
looks okay.
Yeah.
like, just because I'm a general Watch Dogs fan, because I liked the first one. I actually did think the second one was better. I like the idea of the third one. And you know what? I'm actually gonna say, I actually think, unless it's like utter crap, because now that they don't technically have a main character, it's like, now it really has no personality at all. I actually
But you can play as old lady.
Yes, that was actually the highlight of the whole thing. What you call it? But no, it's just the fact that I think the fact that they got rid of the main character and just made it like any character, I actually think it's better for it, because what better way to show off some sort of resistance than if you're constantly bouncing around between characters instead of just following this one dude all the time.
I think that actually is a pretty neat idea.
Yeah.
You can play it well for the game.
Yeah.
I have a critique, and this is mostly as my tenure. I say tenure as I'm fucking, as if it gets me anywhere in life. But my tenure of playing Assassin's Creed games, I can't help but feel like if it's basically Watch Dogs Brotherhood, and what I mean by that is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, because aside from the fact that you do play as a main character, aka Ezio, in that game, the system that they have is almost exactly identical, because in Brotherhood, there would be, I mean, it was obviously a lot simpler back then, but basically, you see some dude being bullied by whoever, you go beat the fuck out of them, you talk to the dude, and then he's like, yo homie, I want to join your order, and then boom, you have a new assassin. That's basically what this is, except if you could actually play as every assassin you recruited.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, it looks neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could shape up to be okay.
Yeah.
But I won't hold my breath over the game, but it looks, concept-wise, it looks fine. But
Yeah. I mean, in terms of, and that is the best thing we can say about Ubisoft's conference, because who fucking cares about everything else?
Hey, the Wii's getting a new game.
Yeah, the Wii is getting a new game. The Wii's
Oh,
still
yeah.
alive. Just Dance 2020.
Just Dance 2020 for the Wii.
I guess Landon was right. The Wii U was a failure because they're skipping the Wii U.
The Wii won.
The Wii won. Get over it. It's like when the world is like dead and gone, and it's nothing but ash. Twinkie factories will still be around. There'll still be new episodes of The Simpsons, and Just Dance will still be making new games for the Wii.
It's like FIFA for the PS2, because FIFA 14 was the last game to like come out on the PS2.
Yep. In
2013. 2013. The PS2 was still getting new games. What the fuck? And so the Wii's just like that.
Yeah,
but with Just Dance instead.
Well, the PS2 was always a console that refused to die.
Yes.
And so is the Wii.
Anyway, but back to the point where you said there weren't really any other good games. I would say God and Monsters looks like it could be good, because they're just taking the Assassin's Creed Odyssey / Origins formula and they're saying, now it's a new IP. So as long as they remove all the microtransaction bullshit, and they just make an open world, like Greek mythology, like exploration game, so like Breath of the Wild, sans the Zelda, it could be fine.
It's funny that you mentioned Breath of the Wild, because I literally just Googled God of Monsters, and I looked at images, and like the 10th image result is a fucking screenshot from the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer.
Yep.
God, I just thought of, I mean, I don't think Ubisoft would be smart enough to do this, and also they don't even own the IP, so I guess it's moot anyway, but it would be absolutely amazing if that game was like, you think it's like a new IP, and then you actually find out it's just a sequel to Age of Mythologies. Hey, I would.
I wish they would do. I mean, we did get confirmation on remaster of Age of Empires 2.
Yeah, there's an Age of
from
Empires
Microsoft,
2.
But I wish they would do like a new Age of game.
Yeah.
But no, there was also that roller derby thing that you had mentioned last night,
Oh.
Jack.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. What the fuck is it called? Roller Champions.
Roller Champions. That was also a Ubisoft.
I forgot about that. Roller Champions actually looks really fucking cool. It's basically Rocket League and Jet Set Radio, where it's like, you know, you control a character like on roller skates in like a Rocket League style arena, and it actually looks pretty fucking cool.
It's Rocket Jet Set Radio.
So hopefully that also shapes up well.
Yeah, it's funny.
One thing I will say is Beyond Good and Evil 2 is dead.
Oh, is it really?
Well, they didn't show up. So I assume.
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, remember fucking The Last Guardian was first showed off at E3 2009?
That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, like, at this point, I would say it's probably in, like, development limbo, but, like, they haven't said that it's canceled yet, so...
It isn't over yet.
Oh, God. Why you do this?
Because that's all I am.
I mean, I will say one thing, like, I honestly think Ubisoft, for the most part, is shit, but unlike other companies, they are a shit company that sometimes comes out with the occasional good game.
I will say, typical Ubisoft fare, beats Bethesda's conference. It literally, all it had to do was...
Although, does it really...
It had to hit all the beats. It was like, alright, insert AAA game here, insert Just Dance here, insert some weird indie-ish stuff here, maybe Assassin's Creed or Tom Clancy, and we're good.
Yeah. I mean, but...
I just looked at its Wikipedia page, and it doesn't look like there have been any updates, like, at all since, like, E3 2017.
Ugh.
And, I mean,
the dream's dead.
It may as well be.
Yeah.
I mean, weren't there already people complaining about it?
I think so.
And they haven't even shown off any
All they
gameplay.
showed
People
off
are
was
already
like
mad about it.
Was a cutscene or something. Yeah. It was cinematic.
A trailer. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That had, like, a really, like an excessive amount of swearing for no reason.
Because we gotta be hip with the kids.
Yeah. It's like, we can say fuck at E3 now. We gotta use it as much as possible.
Hey, see? Not only is, at least I can't remember anything like that in the original Doom, but not only is Doom Christian friendly, it's also kid friendly because there's no swearing at all in Doom.
Nah.
Okay. Any last thoughts on Ubisoft?
What the fuck is next?
Okay.
No.
Next up is Square Enix.
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. To avoid sounding like a broken record, because these guys never heard the end of it, I am still not 100% happy, or, well, I wouldn't even say 80% happy with the way they're treating 7, because I am not a fan of that gameplay style. I won't say too much, though, because it will just sound like I'm bashing on 15 again. But it looks like there's more to do than just hold the circle button like you could in 15. So at least there seems to be more to the combat than what I originally thought there would be.
Who is completely detached from the Final Fantasy series, like just
from
I
7.
am completely detached from the Final Fantasy series. Period. The most I've played of a Final Fantasy has been the demo for 13.2 and the demo for 15, and then I think I played the cutscene of either 5 or 6, whichever one has the two mechs in the ruined city. This one, okay, so 6. That's what I thought.
Oh, that's 6.
And then I played a decent chunk of
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. So, literally no Final Fantasy experience. This game might be a Final Fantasy I pick up eventually, because it looks like I don't care about the story for 7, but it looks better than what 15 ended up being, which after playing the demo, I figured, oh, this is like a Kingdom Hearts, I don't really care. If it can do like the Kingdom Hearts but better, then I could like get behind it when it like down the road. It looks good, but
there's something I will say that I actually do think. I mean, I know it hasn't come out yet, but there's still something that I can't get out of the back of my mind about it. Because we all seen how bad 15 was with its DLC, because it took 3,000 years before like all the story DLC came out. And is it actually all out, or are we still waiting on
I think
something?
they released one pack, and then they had 3 more packs after that they just canceled. Yeah, they canceled.
Wow, that's fucking horseshit.
They canceled a bunch of DLC for it.
Wow, I can't imagine anybody being happy about that. So that right there is my evidence, and thank you for bringing that up, because that only solidifies my weariness of 7. I don't like the fact that it's episodic, because we don't know if it's ever going to be fucking complete.
Do we know that it's going to be episodic?
March,
we do.
Is Midgard. Everything that covers like before they leave Midgard, that is what's on the 2-disc set. It's going to be 2 discs just for Midgard. They are adding new story to flesh out like more of Midgard and stuff, but that is what's coming out in March is Midgard.
Jesus
Christ. Is it going to end on some cliffhanger in Midgard, or is it going to end once you actually escape Midgard?
Probably
when you escape Midgard.
That's what we've got.
Then that sounds like they must be adding some substantial content, because Midgard, if you know what you're doing, isn't as long
but like
as
I
some
said,
people
they're
think
adding more to it to like really bolster it. But they're claiming that this is going to be a full game experience in and of itself.
It better fucking be.
That's what they're claiming.
Yeah.
But
this,
you know,
like
it's not
the amount of
content
content that they are saying is going to be in this $60 package, they want you to believe will be.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that's just what they're saying, so they can like convince you.
Which
it's
is
worth
why I
your
said
$60.
It looks interesting, and I'd be willing to pick it up eventually. Not day one. This is definitely not a day one for me. This is
God no.
This is like a
$60
$20, maybe
$25
ish for this first season, and then we'll see from there. But
like when it comes to remaking old games, I mean I know Final Fantasy VII is much bigger, but I still think if we're just talking slightly tweaking the gameplay so it plays differently and adding new content on top of it, I still think Resident Evil 2 did it better.
Did the remake good. Unfortunately, Square Enix press conference was not just Final Fantasy VII, it's some other stuff. Personally, they started with Final Fantasy VII, and then they ended with a new Avengers game, which apparently we knew about going into this. What I will say is, if they were to redo this press conference, is they should have flipped the 2 games. They should have put Avengers first, and then because Final Fantasy VII was their show. That was the major stuff. They should have ended on that.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, after that, you
There's
just
some
like
neat
go to
stuff
sleep.
in the middle there. They're remaking Final Fantasy VIII, which is why they didn't like port it to anything. Personally, I'm looking forward to Romancing Saga 3 and Saga Scarlet Grace getting Western localizations for the first time. So I'll be picking those up, and I think there's something else, but those were like the two things I was like, oh yeah, cool. Avengers is apparently going to be like a Destiny style game where you're going on raid, like you're replaying raid missions over and over with people online, which that does not sound appealing to myself. Yeah.
No. I don't even like Destiny.
All of the actors look like potatoes. Like, all of the character models and everything, whoever they decided, like, whatever version of the characters they decided to go with, everyone looks like a potato. Especially Black Widow. She is a potato.
They captured their stunt doubles.
I was about to say, you captured their stunt doubles!
Oh, I love the Spaceballs joke.
Like, I understand that, like, you know, the actors that played them in the Marvel Cinematic Universe are, like, what we've known them to be for the past, like, decade plus, but, like, Jesus Christ.
They also cost several $1 million.
They just look, like, not great.
They don't look right at all.
As much as that game pissed people off, at least all the hero characters in Battlefront 2 are recognizable and actually kind of look like they're actors.
So, from Square Enix's stuff, 7 looks like it could be good. There's some smaller stuff I'm looking forward to. Avengers looks, who knows? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Dragon Quest
I think
11
got a little bit of show off. I was saving that personally for Nintendo, because that's where we actually got the date. That's like, because we didn't get the date in the Square Enix one. Square Enix was a bunch of cowards, and then, you know, they revealed the date at Nintendo.
No, Nintendo Direct was all.
So that's another thing. I'll say real quick is some of these games that we've been talking about, we've gotten release dates. There's a lot of stuff that went undated, and a lot of stuff is 2020. This year, for the most part, is a void.
Yeah.
But next year,
really
like the first half of the year is fucking packed. So there is that. Which, I mean, it's not great, but nothing we can do about that.
I mean, hopefully it'll be better than the first half for this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll definitely be better than the first half for this year, because this year's first half has been pretty slow.
Some of it, like Resident Evil 2, was really good. But then you got stuff like Anthem, which flopped.
Was so badly that they're not even
supporting
supporting
it. I guess is a lot better than the first one, but still, like, wasn't great.
Yeah.
Apparently.
What was that one game? Fucking
Devil May Cry.
That
one did.
Right.
So like I said, there's
that's
some
true.
really good stuff.
Forgot about
Resident
that.
Evil 2, Devil May Cry. I mean, you can throw it into the boat if you care about it. Kingdom Hearts 3. I didn't play it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, at least not.
I've heard mixed things from fans.
Yeah.
Some people like it, some people don't.
It was a game
that for some reason
people waited on for 10 plus years, so it's fair.
But anyway,
yeah. So this year's like release window is going to be a little weird for like the bottom half, and the next year is going to be fucking packed.
Yeah.
We'll see how that ends up playing. Last conference that we got to talk about, since it's the most important one, Nintendo.
Are we at Nintendo already?
Yeah, because
I mean, like I said, we're hitting the 5 major ones. Sony wasn't here this year. EA wasn't here this year. So
yeah, that's why it's so much faster.
Yeah, suppose so. Yeah, I mean, there is one. I mean, we could talk about like a handful of things that like we haven't mentioned that didn't really show up in conferences,
the Star
like
Wars,
new Star
since
Wars.
EA wasn't there. We did get some
Fallen
Star
Order.
Wars gameplay. I think it was also shown off at the Microsoft conference.
I think I said this to these two, but I was mostly... I'm not hating on the game. I want it to do good, because apparently there's a really good writer on board. And you know, I want a good Star Wars game. Even if it's done by EA, I want it to be good. But I can't help but feel like it's like a really slow and not as like combo heavy Force Unleashed.
So one of my coworkers today was describing the game from what he like had saw gameplay wise to a customer, because he like brought up the display case to us and was like, "What's this about?" And so we started explaining it to him, and he said, "It looks like it's going to be more Dark Souls-ish, in like where you will have to like it'll be a lot of one-on-one fights and a lot of parries. Maybe not as hard as a Dark Souls, but in terms of like pacing wise, which is probably why you feel it is running a little bit slower than Force Unleashed." Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he runs so slow. That's actually a complaint I had because, like I said, because in Force Unleashed, you could technically lock on at enemies, but it wasn't like a one-on-one unless it was a boss fight. In Force Unleashed, you were like blitzing people all the time.
So we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll speed it up a bit. Probably not. It's probably set the way it is, and we'll just get a little bit of refinement here and there. Hopefully it plays well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I want a good game from EA, even if I hate EA because I don't hate Star Wars.
It's been a long time since we've had a good Star Wars.
Yes, I can't wait for them to lose the license.
They by no means had a conference because they're not really a game company, but shoutouts to Limited Run.
Oh.
For announcing like a shitload of physical releases of games.
Yeah, they
like just out of
mentioned that they were
nowhere
going to
at
be
E3.
doing like a presser like that, but they did a good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notable ones, Night in the Woods, Freedom Planet, Rogue Legacy, Transistor,
For the PS4, yeah.
Hover for the PS4,
Is that just a
Papers,
Vita?
Please.
Like just a Vita version of that?
Yeah, they just had.
Okay.
Yes.
They announced a partnership
But yeah,
with
that's like
Lucasfilms for doing basically every single like Star Wars game that came out in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them are going to be
that's
PC, but they're doing physical releases or collector's editions of some of these games that came out years ago. So some of them are going to be on their original hardware, so like 64 and NES type stuff.
Yeah, so what are they gonna have like Shadows of the Empire
so.
and like Rogue Squadron and shit?
I'd have to check the full list. Then they also announced Curse of Monkey Island is getting a collector's edition for PC. So they did some good stuff.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
But anyway, Nintendo.
The big boy.
The big boy.
Yeah. The
only one that mattered.
They had the
much.
best conference, but that's because they didn't have a conference.
But like, beginning to end, there really wasn't a point in Nintendo's like Direct where I was like, all right, get to the good stuff. Like, because they just showed fucking good stuff from like start to end.
Yeah, because I think like for the slow part for me was like when it randomly like did the Dark Crystal. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that part was kind of like
Dark Crystal,
what?
And then
but I mean the rest of it was like
the Contra game that does not look
top-notch.
like a Contra game.
No.
Oh god.
It's like
No, that honestly looks like
no,
garbage.
it's like a
Yeah.
twin
So
stick
besides
shooter
like
thing.
those two, I mean, even the Dark Crystal thing looks like it could be fun. The Contra thing does like it. That's like no thanks. But
it
other
looks
than
pretty
that,
shitty.
it was
Yeah.
a pretty solid like.
Well, the
they
thing-
started off
Um,
with introducing the hero from Dragon Quest, which is all of them.
Yeah.
Every main character.
Which led into a trailer for and
Yes,
a
we
date,
got a date
for
for that.
Dragon Quest 11.
That was a good segue. Yeah.
As well as Dragon Quest
I mean, we
Builders
already knew a
2,
bunch
I guess,
about
for the
that, including a
diehards.
date, but you know they had to show it off.
Yeah, just throw it in there. Why not? There was Luigi's Mansion 3, which looks amazing, actually.
I love the fact that Luigi's bring in Macho Madness to the mansion.
This was like the one game that Nintendo that's like on Nintendo's docket that didn't get a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird
No,
that
it's
they
2019.
Is it 2020?
Yeah.
All right, that's weird because they gave a date for Animal
Yeah.
Crossing,
No,
even though
it
that doesn't
says
come out till next year.
2019
But
on it.
So okay, so we already had a year of Luigi. Can we have a year of Luigi? And he needs to be Mario Kart DLC.
Yes.
yes, we need Gooigi as a palette swap for Luigi in Smash
Oh
Brothers.
god.
Link's Awakening?
Or an Echo Fighter. Yeah, Link's Awakening, which we already knew a lot
Needs a
about.
date.
But they
And
gave us a date.
They did show off
It's, September.
the new thing. Yeah, there's a dungeon creator. So
The dungeon
once
creator.
you clear a dungeon, you basically earn those rooms, and then
Mhm.
wear the picture, like the picture app thing, in the Game Boy Color, the DX version of Link's Awakening. They removed that, but then they put in
Yeah.
like a dungeon creator where you have challenges that you have to make, like certain dungeons, and then you can use rooms of dungeons that you've cleared in that.
Yeah. Well, I know why they did that. It's because, because DX was a new thing for the Game Boy Color specifically, so that's why they had
Oh,
that
no, they
color
still have the
dungeon.
color
It was
dungeon.
like bonus content.
They still have the color dungeon. They just removed, like, there was a camera feature.
Yeah.
That's removed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
to print the pictures. I remember that. Yeah. Well, fuck. Well, yeah, because that was a big feature of the Game Boy. Because I think Pokemon did it
So-
too a lot.
What was after that? Was
They
it
did a Fire Emblem trailer,
Fire Emblem?
Yeah,
where they showed off the time skip.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that comes out next month, so it's like they didn't really like need
Yeah,
to show a
it's
new
fine.
trailer, but like it was there.
I still run with the Romance of the Three Kingdoms joke with that one.
I'm kind of admittedly
I'm
not
pumped.
super excited for it, and I'm not sure that I'll buy it day one, but like I'll play it eventually. I'm sure.
Because so like the Switch is like not only their new console, but it's like the new DS too. Because it sounds like they're just not doing handhelds anymore. So like, are all their handheld games just gonna end up on the Switch eventually?
Pretty much. I mean that's where Pokemon ended up.
Yeah.
Let's see what the fuck else. What was after that?
No More Heroes 3. We got confirmation. of that.
No More Heroes
They're
3.
Oh yeah.
At the end of Travis Strikes Again, after you beat the game and roll through all the credits, there is a little bit where you actually play Travis in like a normal style, and it's basically a little teaser saying, number 3's coming. It looks very bare bones because you literally dropped in like a Unreal Engine like development like stage, and he's like,
Yeah.
basically they semi-confirm like it at the end of that game, but now they're actually showing off the trailer for number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a guy who's not actually played the No More Heroes series, I am actually willing to get it. It's just I'm not fanboying as hard as Cloud was because I've never actually been like a huge fan of that series.
I kind of hope they put number 1 and number 2 on the Switch.
I'm. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of weird to do because, well, I suppose they could do. I mean, they put
Yeah,
the fucking
you do the Heroes Paradise version.
Heroes Paradise.
They could give you the option of motion controls
Yeah.
and normal like controller controls. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, that seems like free money. Honestly, I don't see why not. But yeah, I love the No More Heroes game, so I'm super excited for it.
I think they showed off Astral Chain as well, the
t-t-t-
Platinum Games game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
And
Astral Chain had a
Which
new trailer.
which like all Platinum Games
it looks
games.
it looks like a
looks
Platinum
good.
Games game.
Yeah.
And then Demon X Machina, did that get a that got a release date? So they showed it off.
Yeah.
What is
30th
that, like
Astral
August
Chain.
31st or something?
Demon X Machina is September. Yes, I think so.
13th?
It is one of the 1,000 games coming out
Yeah,
in September.
But well, I mean, we already knew it was coming, but I am always accepting of more gameplay footage
Yes.
of Nintendo.
No, they put out a
Armored Core.
bunch, especially with the Treehouse Live. They showed off a good chunk of it, and it looks friggin' cool. I'm excited. Demon X Machina is the 13th. And then the Panzer Dragoon remake. It's a remake.
Yeah. So that was a remake.
Sega, in a tweet later
It
on,
is a remake,
clarified that it's going to be a remake.
Okay, see that's what I wasn't sure if it
It was
was
hard
a
to tell
remake
because
or if it was
they
a new
just
game.
said Panzer Dragoon, and it didn't look like the original, but
Yeah. Well, because that's what I think I complained about it in the direct where I said I hate the fact that it didn't have a subtitle to it.
so that looks good. What else was big?
Well, it's probably because it's all like. Can you buy that on anything that's not the Saturn?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, so there was like no way to play that game again.
What else was big?
Marvel
That had a
Ultimate
trailer.
Alliance 3.
That part was really funny. Go watch our video.
Yeah.
That game looks like it could be fun.
I think that was like I think it's going to be more fun if you actually have friends to play with.
Just give me your friggin' email so I can add you to the family. Listen to the family, son.
Oh, speaking of that, they had
Resident Evil?
they had this like fancy schmancy trailer with hired actors going into a fucking
Resident Evil
cabin
1.
in the woods to play Resident Evil 1. And that wasn't even like the new announcement for that trailer. The announcement was that they're porting 5 and 6 to the Switch.
Yeah.
So like, that's cool and all, but like why I mean, I guess Resident Evil 1 is the spooky game and like that fits the trailer better, but like come on.
Well,
was the whole trailer really necessary?
At least they used remake and not fucking actual Resident Evil 1, because then it would just been a laugh fest.
I am looking forward to 6 on the Switch, just because of how much I love Mercenaries mode for that game. Cadence of Hyrule.
Hyrule.
God. Yes.
Which is out already actually.
They also dropped
The Legend of Metal.
Collection of Mana.
The Collection of Mana.
Physically that's coming out the end of August. But like you can pick it up digitally now. Yeah.
It's already out digitally. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the all the old collection of Secret of Mana games, right?
The first game in that series out here came out as a Final Fantasy game, which is why it doesn't have the mana bit to the name, because they rebranded it so it could sell. And then the third game never came out here, and then I think around the time the Switch came out, they came out with that collection in Japan. But because there was no English variant, it was just all in Japanese, so unless you know Japanese, there was no point to importing it. But now they're actually bringing it here, and they're doing a remake of the third game, which they're dubbing, Trials of Mana? Something.
Trials
of
of
Mana? One of
Mana?
those two.
Trials or Trails? I forget.
Trails of
Cold Mana.
Hopefully that ends up better than the Secret of Mana remake that came out last year. Yes.
They showed off a new trailer for Pokemon, which looked good. The problem was that they announced that the fucking the amount of Pokemon you can transfer
is really low.
They're reducing it down
got
to
Thanos snapped.
whatever the region dex is, which, from a balancing standpoint, makes sense. But your tagline is "Gotta catch 'em all." Yeah,
gotta catch 'em all.
You can't.
You can't anymore. I mean,
Well,
people come. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say we had that problem with Sun and Moon too.
You could transfer everything from
did they?
The previous gen.
Well, I think it was that the Pokedex didn't record them.
Oh, well.
At least I think it was.
I don't remember actually. Well, either way, my hope is that down the road they're going to patch it so that they can have all of the Pokemon in it, because in terms of old models, they're just using the same ones they used in X
and Y.
They were
complaining, we need to reduce it so we can improve all the save space and use better animations, and it's this is the same animation work that you guys used for the last games.
Well, didn't somebody make a Twitter post where one of the Pokemon did an attack that was basically he just kind of did a little.
I think it's a Score Bunny attack, and it's
it's it was some animation.
Yeah, and it's just come on, guys, fix
you know,
shit.
You know what this means? After they're done having all the Pokemon in Sword and Shield, they have no excuse to not make another Pokemon Coliseum.
Do it, Game Freak. Make it happen.
There was Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Tokyo Games.
Showed off his stuff.
Sonic doesn't take off his shoes.
Oh yeah, Eggman, shirtless.
Eggman. God, I can't. Okay, so they won't show off Sonic's feet, but they'll show off fucking Eggman's fat belly.
Eggman's nips.
Yes, what the fuck? They'll show that, but they won't show Sonic's feet. Sega clearly loves fat people.
So yeah, that looks. I mean, it actually looks pretty decent. It looks better than all of the other previous Olympic games, just by virtue of being more polished and having more games to choose from. But
from what I've actually
not
played,
I'm probably gonna buy
Rio.
Well, the Mario and Sonic games have always been
since I, for whatever reason, bought the Rio Olympic Games and have actually spent an amount of time in it, which unfortunately did not come to fruition for the reason why I played it this year. That game is actually decent. It's not a game I would buy normally and play. But yeah, Tokyo if it's at least, if it's shaping up to be better than what Rio Games was, yeah, it'll be a pretty solid title.
I mean, it actually seems like they're kind of working on it because they want to, and not because, like, you know, back in the back when they did 2014 and 2016 Olympic Games, they were on contract with Sega to release 3 Sonic games on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Or they were on contract with Nintendo,
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah. The third of which being Lost World. And so, like, it just kind of, I mean, they're just kind of making it because they want to, I guess. And I'm like, that's cool.
Well, it's like, it's also been years and years since the other one came out.
Yeah. After that was Animal Crossing. New Horizons.
And
which
we hear Jack masturbate.
I did.
Which looks amazing.
So, our Nintendo rep came in the day before E3 and had mentioned, like the stuff that like her E3 training was on, and she had said that Animal Crossing was not one of the titles that was like mainly focused on. I told that to Jack, which upset him to illegal degrees. Well,
shut up.
Not just you. There's a lot of people that I've talked to about it that were kind of upset. But, so I kind of expected what was going to happen, when they showed it off, which was, they delayed it to next year.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm okay with. You know, a lot of people are mad, shareholders especially, that they delayed it until March. And I'm just like, they did it because they didn't want to fucking, like, cause time crunch for their employees. And on top of that, they just want to make sure they have, like, the highest quality game possible before releasing it. And I'm just like, I'm okay with this. I don't know why people are so fucking deflated
their release
by
schedule,
this fact.
like Nintendo's release schedule, we were just complaining about the release schedule for everyone else. But Nintendo's release schedule is usually one major game a month. And from now until the end of the, the end of the year, we have Super Mario Maker 2 coming out this month, 2 weeks from the time of recording. We have Fire Emblem the next month. We have Astral Chain is at the end of August, which I'm guessing is their big title. Since, they're publishing it with, it's an exclusive. September, we've got both Demon X Machina and we've got Link's Awakening coming out in September. And then we don't have anything for October right now, but then November we've got Pokemon. So in terms of release, you've got Luigi's Mansion's already coming out this year, which is probably going to be the October title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably.
It would make sense.
Animal Crossing in December, is that the big Christmas title like Smash Brothers was last year, or are you gonna hold off and put it out, March next year?
Basically, Nintendo has bases loaded, just waiting for that grand slam.
It's Nintendo is usually pretty good at pacing their stuff out, so it makes sense that they wouldn't put it out this year, and they'd hold it off for, when's their fiscal year's end? I think their fiscal
January, I think.
Start in April. Their fiscal year. So, putting out Animal Crossing at the end of their fiscal year is a pretty smart play.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But yeah, on top of that, the game looks really good. I'm hoping that the crafting isn't like the crafting is obviously like a big part of the new game. Like, they drop you off on a deserted island and it's pretty much just you and Nook to start, and you just kind of like live in a tent and you craft shit, and like that's kind of the game for a while. And a lot of people were really upset that would just be the whole game, and I'm just like, did you not see the part of the trailer where they time lapsed, and like after the time lapse there's like a whole fucking town with villagers and trees and like furniture outside and shit like that?
Animal Crossing SimCity.
It's like, yeah, it's like you're kind of building your town from the ground up, which is like a neat take on being the mayor of your own town. Because that was like the new thing for New Leaf, is that you were the mayor, and you kind of like built shit like wherever you wanted. But the thing is that the town was already there when you got there.
Yeah.
But like this time, it's like you just you do everything yourself. The only thing that I worry about is like I just hope that in the future, or at points in the future in like game context, is that they will add like shops, like Nook's shop and the Able Sisters and like the museum, the coffee shop, etc. I hope those don't go away. I can't imagine that they would take them away, but I'm just hoping that they stick around. Otherwise, the game looks great, though. I'm really excited. It's like I've been waiting. It's been 6 years since New Leaf came out. Another 9 months is nothing.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that we have a release date and got a trailer was enough for me.
I'm gonna say this now. It's probably definitely gonna piss people off that, like, don't share my opinion. But I honestly think the people that are pissed off about the fact that it's like a wasteland essentially are just the really creatively bankrupt people.
Yeah, people would probably be like, I wanted Animal Crossing, not Stardew Valley. And I'm like, well, I mean, if it was the same game as New Leaf, people would just complain that it was the same game as New Leaf. I mean, that's why people didn't like City Folk, because it was just Wild World again.
I'll take a game where I could build everything from the ground up over things that are just in a fixed position.
I know so many people that just go through.
So after that, there was like
setting their town until they get something that they want. That.
Yeah, it's like that's another thing too. It's like it's like now you can build the town you want.
You can make something that you want. You stupid
not
fuck.
A problem.
Yeah. And then after that, they had like a montage of like minor releases, shit like Spyro Trilogy and Ni no Kuni and Doom Eternal and what the fuck else? Shovel Knight?
Shovel Knight.
Hollow Knight.
Silk
Hollow
Song
Knight
or
sequel.
whatever it is.
The
shut off The Witcher.
Wolfenstein, Alien Isolation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, Alien Isolation is a good game.
And Catan.
Oh,
I'm actually kind of tempted to get that when it comes out because I actually love
online?
Catan.
If it does, I'll
if
buy
it does, I'm totally buying it.
God.
But if not, then probably not. I mean, I can't imagine how you would play it if it didn't have online, because you could see everyone. It's like if it's local multiplayer, it's like you could see your opponent's cards. But yeah. And then Super Lucky Sale too.
With Microsoft.
But then, yeah. And then after that was their big boy reveal of Banjo and Kazooie.
No, the
are
reveal
in Smash Brothers
the
now.
big reveal out of that is King K. Rool now lives with Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong.
Yeah,
and everyone
they're
and
just
their mother
roommates
is
now.
just trying to punk the shit out of Donkey Kong. First King Diddy. First,
I don't know why.
The King K. Rool reveal, and now Duck Hunt was just pretending to be Banjo. I love it.
Yeah. But yes, this pleases me greatly. I was kind of like contempt with the idea of Banjo not being a new character.
Wait,
I was just like, well,
did you say
that's okay.
Did you say contempt instead of content?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Anyway.
Whatever. Fuck, you made me lose my train of thought. Either way, I'm excited for it. It's friggin' Banjo in Smash Brothers.
It's his username.
It's my username namesake.
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remind him that Banjo's probably never gonna have another good game ever again.
I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah. So yeah, that's cool. And then we have and then Nintendo just like at the end of all of that amazing shit just decide to casually announce that there's a Breath of the Wild sequel on the way.
Trailer for it. Nothing in terms of gameplay to like specifically say, hey, it's going to be another free open world roaming style game, or if it's going to be more focused like a normal Zelda game is, but we got something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Link and Zelda just take a journey into their fucking basement to revive the rotting corpse of Ganondorf. It looks... Yeah.
No, it's because they finally noticed the smell. I was like, we need to get rid of that already.
Yeah, no, it looks cool. I mean, the trailer looked cool. I mean, I don't know what the fuck the gameplay is going to be like, but I mean, if it's like, what Majora's Mask was to Ocarina of Time, which seems to be the case in terms of tone, I'm fucking excited.
Yeah, people say that Breath of the Wild was, quote-unquote, the more lighthearted one, and then this one's supposed to be
funny
the spooky.
because Breath of the Wild's not that lighthearted. Like... In overall tone,
I mean,
in comparison to some of the other stuff, it's like pretty out there in terms of, hey, basically everyone died.
I mean, yeah, but in terms of tone, I wouldn't say it's any darker than even Ocarina.
I'm not saying it's a Majora's Mask in terms of.
It's also really colorful.
It's not, but it. Yeah, Twilight Princess
for that matter.
Well, Majora's Mask was because Majora's Mask was dark in every category, its music, some of its character design. They
just turned off the lights for Twilight Princess.
True.
Shit, at the very least, Breath of the Wild is fucking colorful. Yeah, actually, I think that was my problem with Twilight Princess, that it was too drab.
It is.
Yeah. What I will
so anyway,
say,
that was it. Nintendo was good.
Yeah, these are very nitpicky things from Nintendo. One, what the fuck? Why wasn't there a release date for Luigi's Mansion when you're busy giving release dates for everything else? Two, I know you said that you scrapped, Metroid Prime development at the beginning of the year. I would have liked an update on that. Yeah.
Oh, wait, did you say Metroid?
Oh, okay. So at the beginning of the year, they cut, or they said they scrapped development for it and they were restarting it.
Yeah, because they said that Retro Studios was
I would have liked some sort of nod to, hey, we're still working on it. Please give us some time. Alongside of that, I would have liked one of two things. One, confirmation of Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Switch. Cowards. Or two, a Super Metroid, or a 2D Metroid on the Switch. Just I would have liked something.
Yeah.
But they're cowards.
I mean, that would be nice, but they already gave us so much.
This is just sort of the nitpicky stuff that I would have liked out of this conference. They did a really good job, but I just wanted something Metroid. Yeah.
Lana's basically complaining about the things that people will actually cling on to and
basically,
say it ruined the
there's
whole
people
direct.
out there they didn't say anything about Metroid. Nintendo's doomed.
It's funny because they kind of showed an example of Nintendo not giving a fuck because the delay to Animal Crossing, I think it's 10%. Nintendo stocks dropped by 10%. I think that's the number.
It was but
it's when you really think about it. But when you really think about it, Nintendo is fucking swimming in money. So who cares?
It's like they don't.
Yeah,
they don't.
Nintendo
give a
doesn't
shit.
care.
So, that's just the nitpicky stuff. Maybe confirmation of Super Nintendo games on the Switch overall. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be nice,
I mean,
actually.
Mario Brothers 3 is fun. That's about it. That's about all I can say. For the current state of the online service. Super Mario Bros. 3 is fun.
Yeah.
I can play
They need to make an actual...
I can play Zelda 1 or Zelda 2 on that again, I guess.
I was going to say, the Switch needs an online Mario Party.
Yeah, it needs to let us buy Super Nintendo games individually. Like, give me Chrono Trigger, give me Super Metroid, give me A Link to the Past. Also, put Chrono in Smash, you cowards!
I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately.
Put
since
Chrono
they
in
announced
Smash,
Dragon Quest
you
Hero.
cowards!
You know what would be the ultimate troll to Donkey Kong? I mean, I know it probably wouldn't happen because herder, but it'd be hilarious if there was like a Goku silhouette, but it was just the Dragon Quest character.
I would have loved it. I would have loved it.
Because at least it's the same art style.
I mean, I would have been pissed for like half a second. I would have been like, no. But I would have loved it at the same time. Put Shantae in Smash, you cowards. Okay.
Put Shantae in Smash, you cowards. My wish list for the last two DLC characters is Shantae and then either Phoenix Wright or Travis Touchdown.
I would, like,
you cowards.
in a super pipe dreamy situation, Asuka. That's why I said super pipe dreamy.
I know.
I'm still skeptical just because of the character that's involved. But, like, so far the leaks have been accurate, and one of the leaked characters that people suspect might be in the DLC pack is Doom Guy. But I know Snake is in it, and he's also a rated M character, but Doom Guy is significantly worse than Snake because he actually, like, completely butchers his enemies. So I don't know how I feel, like, how accurate that is.
Put a
On top of that, all of his weapons are guns.
Yeah, he could just use the BFG. Well, if they want to, like, not have bullets, they could just give him the plasma gun and have his, like, final smash be the BFG.
Joker's in Smash?
Except they have to change the name to the BSG.
Oh, God.
But no,
the
Bayonetta
big
and
smashing
Joker are both
gun.
in Smash Brothers, and both of them have, like, handguns. They have a gun in Smash.
Okay, that's
Put
true.
another gun in Smash, you cowards. No.
That's pretty much it though for
Okay.
Nintendo and
What
all
do we
that.
think? Yeah, what do we think?
Closing thoughts on E3. Nintendo good, everything else.
Yeah, I think this was a significant downgrade for E3.
I mean, overall, yes. I mean, Nintendo was the only conference,
because
company rather, that improved from last
most
year.
of the companies shown, I could only pick out like one game that I actually was interested in or was actually any good, and then Nintendo was like all positives.
God,
pretty much.
People keep asking me what I'm looking forward to, and I keep thinking Link's Awakening. So if I had to choose one thing that we got information from E3 on, Link's Awakening is probably the thing I was happy about the most.
I'm actually looking forward to Luigi's Mansion 3 because I love the Luigi's Mansion series.
My number one pick would be Animal Crossing, obviously.
Maybe later.
Fuck you.
I think it's been established that as a character, I just like Luigi more than Mario.
I'm guessing if Cloud was here, he would say either Breath of the Wild 2, No More Heroes 3
Or No More Heroes.
or Final Fantasy 7. I didn't hear his thoughts on 7, so
Oh.
He's probably excited. I mean,
So,
it's his favorite game,
those
so I
are
don't
like
see why.
the
Yeah.
let's say those are his top 3 games, in no particular order. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Cloud.
They probably
I'm
are,
just-
so
I'm
you're
just
probably not
spitballing
wrong.
there. I don't know. Maybe he likes the Lego Forza DLC update. Who knows?
Well, no, because like we know he's crazy about 7. We know he faps to Travis, so I think
Yeah.
it's pretty accurate what you stated.
So I think that's about it. Let us know what your thoughts were for E3. What was your favorite couple titles that came out of it? Leave a comment. The whole song and dance.
Hopefully, Kate Bailey isn't the only one that makes us feel good about ourselves.
Do we have any small announcements we need to make real quick about the channel? It's Sonic Month right now. Yeah.
About the it's Sonic Month right now.
Jesus.
This isn't really like the right time to
We'll
do
do
a
it
fucking
anyway. Who
channel
cares?
update, but like, and no one is going to hear this because I fucking doubt that anyone is going to watch
That's
all 77 minutes of this video.
Oh.
But
Mhm.
right now we're uploading Resident Evil 5,
Mhm.
Sonic Unleashed, and Sonic Triple Trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Triple Trouble will be done pretty quickly. Sonic Unleashed is... I don't know how many parts it's going to be. I'm still working on recording it. But if I had to guess, it'll probably be
that's
around
fair.
20-ish.
I guess I should say, Sonic Adventure is eventually going to be making a comeback because I just need to edit the audio into the video, and we can finally have have the Lost Part 6.
And
Yeah.
then record
It's stuck in
part 7.
limbo forever.
Oh,
And that just record just more of Sonic. It's like the easiest fucking game to just do a full playthrough of. Just
it's Audacity that fucked me up because that was honestly the first time I ever edited anything from
Well, you
Audacity.
can ask us for help next time.
Well, you know what? We need to change our. Like, I'll discuss it with you guys after this, but we need to, like, I think use the clap of destiny for
Okay.
every recording we do from now on.
Okay.
Sure.
I think the only other thing is Box Boy plus Box Girl is going to be going up right after Sonic Triple Trouble's done, since Paper Mario finished.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only like confirmed
Yay.
upcoming thing we're going to talk about. Unless Jack wants to confirm what he's going to do after Resident Evil 2's done. Or Resident Evil 5.
2?
5.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's gonna be a while because I have 2 like 20+ part LPs that I'm working on right now, but I'm pretty sure Link to the Past is gonna be my next game
to the past.
after those 2.
Yes.
Landlord Adventures continue.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
That we've stretched this video out long enough though.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh.